hearing of principal basemlazi bethi my school has been selected to be part of the PIRLS. So do we understand when we are talking about these PIRLS, you know these PIRLS is only divided into 4 broad-based processes of the comprehension. There are only 4 things. They are only testing comprehension. Only comprehension. So then if our learners are struggling with understanding, that is why then we come up with a situation whereby we are saying we are sitting at 81% of the learners. They are only testing these 4 things. And the PIRLS of 2026 for the first time is moving into digital form. So our learners are going to be tested administering that test using a computer and tablets. So are we ready for that? That is what is going to happen for the first time. So imagine before PIRLS, our learners in South Africa, they were administering that assessment paper-based, but in all the countries, 2026, they are going to be assessed using a tablet and what? And a computer. So those are the things that we need to pay more attention on. It is not about we want to prepare our learners for this assessment, but PIRLS is being used as a yardstick to gauge how effectively our educational systems are teaching reading for meaning. We have a policy that we are using as a guideline that is telling us that if we want to produce the type of learners who can read for meaning, these are the content that we need to follow. And then we need something that will tell us that are we producing those learners. It is not about the assessment part. It is about are we producing those learners that will be in a position then to go out and compete with the other learners. So when we're looking at this assessment, these 4, the 4 questions of PIRLS, this is a starting point. But these 4, we want our learners to do what? To find and retrieve information. That's number 1. And number 2, we want our learners to make a straightforward and infer. And then number 3, they are saying, we want our learners to interpret and integrate information. And then lastly, we want them to evaluate and critique. So then we are teaching every day. Are we teaching comprehension in such a way that they will be in a position to focus and retrieve information? What do we mean by focusing and retrieving information? We want them to locate a specific, not just any information, a specific information. When reading the passage, we're talking about a specific information that they should be in a position to locate. When we are looking at make straightforward inferences, we want them to connect those pieces of information together, the distinct pieces of information together. And when we are talking about interpret and integrate, we want them to understand the deeper meaning of the text and use their emotions, they use their feelings, so that it shows that they understand the text. And lastly, when we are talking about evaluating and critique, we want them to judge the content. We want them to look at the features of the book. So this is what we are saying. If then we are not preparing our learners in such a way that when they come across a text, because when we are looking at the passage of PIRLS, it has got a variety of questions that are measuring what are their skills? Are they able now to come up with the answer like that one? So for me, I felt it is important for us to understand if we are not addressing this, then it means again this year we are going to have a challenge.